Hey guys, how's it going? Timo here. You know me. Subscribe to my channel down below. Put a like. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna talk to you guys briefly for 10 minutes. So please listen to this and bear with me. But today, I just want to talk to you guys about persevering in faith. So what is persevering? What does it mean to persevere in faith? It means more than just enduring. And it's more than just simply holding on till the end. It's about being planted and rooted and being a seed, just like a seed in the garden, where it grows and gets rooted and gets big and beautiful, and it overcomes, it perseveres through all that ground, all that solid soil, and it just grows up to become something big and beautiful and amazing. So also about being in God's house and in His love, and every single morning you wake up, it's persevering in His amazing grace and love. And every morning when you wake up, or afternoon, because I think you guys wake up in the afternoon. Faith is about every single day taking a step towards the goal that God has for us, that He set for us, the will that He has for our lives. Doesn't matter how hard it gets, we keep going because of God. Yeah? So, I remember when I was a child, I used to go to swimming pools. Not a lot, but probably I can count them on my fingers. My parents didn't used to take me to a lot of them because there wasn't many around where we lived. And every time I used to love going to the places, but at the same time I used to hate going to those places because I didn't know how to swim. And it was hard because a lot of my cousins and friends would come with us, and they would know how to swim. They go to the deep ends. I didn't used to because I didn't know how to swim, and it was really embarrassing and I hated it. But when I turned 20, I said to myself, this year I have to learn how to swim, otherwise I'll be embarrassed for the rest of my life. So, and besides, I really like water, so I really wanted to swim. So I took it upon myself to go and get some lessons to learn how to swim. And in the end, I got some lessons and I started learning how to swim. Now the problem was that after maybe 3 months, I still wasn't able to swim. I probably was able to swim 1 to 2 meters. That's it. And I was really annoyed. And I was like, why? Is there something wrong with me? I don't know how to swim. Just 1-2 meters until I just sink. And it felt like I wasn't going anywhere. But I kept persevering because a lot of people around me were like, oh no, it's fine, just keep going, this happens to everyone, just keep persevering, you'll get there. And I was looking around and I could see all of those people, like a lot of people around me, swimming like 100 lengths from back and forth in a swimming pool. And I was like, how can people do that? I don't know how to do that. It's hard for me to do that. Even though I've been trying to swim for 3 months, I can't do that. But in the end, I was able to do it. You know, I overcome that, and after another 2-3 months, I think it was, I started to swim lengths with no problem. And to this day, I can swim 300 lengths with no problem because I persevered, you know, and I didn't give up. I could have given up. I could have said, you know what, swimming is not for me. I don't know how to swim. I'll never learn how to swim. But I persevered and I went through it, and God helped me through that. So what does my story have to do with persevering in faith in Jesus? And we need to maintain our relationship that we have with Jesus. If you have one, if you don't, I encourage you to have one. But we need to maintain this relationship with Jesus through persevering in faith. We have to persevere in faith to maintain this relationship. If we look at Job, I don't know if you know the story, but if you don't, maybe we can discuss the story as well at some point. But Job, he got taken everything from him. He got his life was destroyed. Everyone around him died. He lost everything. All he owned, he lost it. But what he said, even if God killed me right now, even if He killed me, I will still have hope. I will still persevere to trust in Him. And we have to have that kind of perseverance like Job sometimes, where it doesn't matter what happens, we have to persevere in that faith. And it's hard. Sometimes it's really hard to persevere when the task in front of us is really hard, or whatever we have to do is really, really hard. So maybe you're in a situation where you just want to give up, like I wanted to give up with swimming. Maybe you just want to throw your toys away and just give up. But we have to persevere in that situation. You've tried everything you could try, and you still can't get over that mountain. You can't get over that situation. But when you get to this point, you get to a crossroads point where you have to make a decision. The decision is, do you keep persevering or do you give up? Like I said, do you throw your toys away or do you keep going? First thing to do is to pray. Take that situation to God and ask Him to help you, because we know that God will listen to us, He will hear us, and He will answer us. We know this because the Bible tells us, and it tells us in Luke chapter 11:9, He says that He's promised, God promises to answer us. However, it may not look like how you want it to look like. Maybe you're not gonna get a notification on your phone, on Snapchat, like ding, or something like that. It will just be different for everyone, but He will answer. He will definitely answer. It may not be instant, but He will definitely answer. And how He answers, I don't know, but it's different for you, and He will definitely answer. You just have to listen to His voice. I don't know what situation you're in. I don't know if you have a situation at school or in your family that you need persevering for. But one thing's for sure, and one thing I can tell you is that if God has called you to it, if God has called you to that situation or that thing you want to overcome, He will get you through it. He will definitely get you through that. And so we can also see Jesus has asked God for perseverance when things were getting really hard. Things were getting really hard for Jesus when He had to sacrifice Himself for humanity. And He went to the garden. You know the story. He went to the garden and He started praying to God to take this away, to take all of this away, and to just make it all disappear. He also asked for strength and perseverance to get through it if He has to. And an angel came down and gave Him strength and confidence. So how do we persevere like Him? How do we persevere like Jesus? We have to allow God to be our strength and to get us through the impossible and to do the impossible in us. The problem is not the thing that we are facing. It's not the issue at hand. It's actually our attitude and our approach to the situation. We can say, I cannot do it, I'm not up to this, I'm not strong enough, and our minds are pretty much made up. You're never gonna get that point, because if you say, oh, I can't do it, that's it, you're not gonna get past that point. And I used to cycle, and one of the things in cycling is when you get to a hill, when it's really steep, you have to persevere to keep pedaling and keep a steady pace. Because if you tell yourself, oh, this hill looks too big, there's no way you can make it. If you think yourself that, you're not gonna make it. Your body will give up too quickly, and your mind will say, I cannot pedal anymore. That's it, stop right now. But if you keep persevering, you keep telling yourself, I can do this, I want to do this, then you will do it. You will get through this and you'll persevere. So instead of saying you cannot do it, just choose to persevere in God and trust in Him, because He will see it through. He will help us get it done. I encourage you guys to spend a few minutes today, just maybe 5 minutes, in His presence and ask Him to encourage you to persevere in the situation that you're in, to help you give confidence and to get over it, and to help you see the light at the end of the tunnel, to help you persevere through that situation and to give you strength to do it. As a last thing, guys, I want to encourage you to answer a question, and the question is there something in your life that you need perseverance for right now? And I want you guys to answer this in the youth chat. Put it there and we can discuss it. Maybe we'll ask you personally if it's something personal and you want to talk about it separate than the youth chat. But please think about that. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for listening. Oh, and one more thing.